This is Jolie here for Title Sports Network. I'm with Johnny Fisher today.
They just said food's open. And is it sausages or is it... So I heard fillet steak yesterday, Gareth Davis said. But I'll have tank after. I've had chicken and rice, I'm alright.
We're gonna start the interview with food, or we'll have to wait, Johnny, I reckon.
I'll wait. I don't want to be the rude guy who's the first one in at the food. There's nothing worse. And if you are in first, you've got to not... You can't take too much. If you go in second or third, you can be a little bit more liberal with how much food you take. So... That's the plan.
The only issue is if you go third, then you can go for seconds, and if people haven't seen you go up first, then they think you're still on first.
See me or not, I don't care, and he definitely don't care. The man who's got to come into shot behind you right now, Grande Jean. So yeah, we don't care.
Either way, it's been very busy for you recently. I saw you on the Low IQ pod, you and your pops over there. How was that?
That was really good. I was fake. Obviously, I wasn't eating the Chinese, but we was pretending. That was so funny. I couldn't hold it in because I've watched that bloke all the time, Jack Joseph. His mannerisms just make me laugh, and I don't know how I didn't burst out laughing sooner than I did. But it's just funny. My dad didn't laugh at all. I'm like, "How are you not laughing?" He's shouting in your face. I'm like, it was hilarious. Good guys are.
Yeah, no, because I thought, you guys do a lot of this social media stuff. You're just used to being on camera. So when John was acting and he was eating the I think chicken nugget at the end, I was thinking, you're just good actors at this point.
I couldn't hold it in. Big John's good at it. He's got a knack for it, but I can't. If I find something funny, I really can't hold it together. Like, we done another thing after. I was a bit better at that. He was doing all his karate moves and stuff. I was a bit better at that, but when he done the oink noise, and my dad was going, "It's bloody nice. It's bloody nice." And I just thought, oh, it's hilarious. So how we've got to this stage.
Yeah, the Low IQ podcast with Jack Joseph and Cole Anderson James is what we're talking about. When is that out? I tried to watch that before. It's not out yet.
No, I think it'll be out next Thursday, they're saying. So this is what we've realised with Henry, who does our social media, our Big John Chinese sit down. Sometimes the editing, especially the way we do it, it can take weeks. Like you guys doing this, it's still hard, but you just do, like, you got the clip. You don't have to edit too much. With him, he's got to put sketches in, he's got to put audio in, he's got to do his voiceover. It takes a long old time.
And we were just mentioning off camera there to Caitlin about how you've moved out now, you haven't done your wardrobe, and you've been in this new house about 6 months. I can semi-relate, I'm not a boxer, but how much does boxing, let's say, take out of you? Because you have this media content side that you do as well. But obviously with the boxing, sometimes you go train 2 times a day and then you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, and like you get to the fight's the only thing that matters. I could live in the gym and just have a bed in there. It doesn't matter. Like, nothing else takes precedent. But I've got my bedroom, I've got a living room sorted, I've got my kitchen sorted, I've got my bit outside for my dog to run. That's all that's needed right now. But it would be nice to have I've got a few rows, but I like to have things really organised. If I have a wardrobe, like, I'd have 2 separate rooms. I'd have the walk-in wardrobe bit in where the small bedroom is, but I'm going to just make that a wardrobe because of the amount of stuff I've got for training. And the other one can be just for Everlast stuff and Romford Ball stuff, so I can keep everything organised. So, but at the minute, I'm just not even thinking about it. So it's all or nothing. It's either organised or it's all on the floor. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know how to iron yet? Because if you don't have a wardrobe...
My mum comes around every day, does my washing and ironing. She washes my kitchen up, cleans it all up, and she enjoys it. I'm not even joking. She's like old school woman. She likes it. So yeah, she as long as she's telling me she likes it, she might not. But as far as I know, she don't mind.
That's good. Let's get on to the fight, because I think a lot of people, and I'm sure even yourself, saw this fight or were presented with this fight and thought, this just matches my career where I'm at. It makes so much sense.
It's a good fight. I know Alen, we've boxed on a couple of the same cards. Going to bring the heat, and it's time. It's going to be a good fight. We've done 2,500 tickets already, just from personal, and obviously Matchroom will sell a few as well. And it's going to be a great night for my supporters and people who have followed my career the whole way.
Yeah, you've been matched so well along your career, nice and slowly, but why is this the time for, let's say, your first, in a sense, a coming out party?
I don't view it in such a way. I just think, I'm 12 fights in now, everything's been built up to this moment, and it just makes sense. I said to Eddie, I remember we was at the April 13th show, I went up there and said, Eddie, look, let's do a show in, I can headline it, put all the Essex boys on it, Essex boys and girls, and we've got a good little undercard, and it's just another fight. Another man with 2 arms, 2 legs that I've got to try and destroy. And he'll be thinking the same. I've had little tests along the way. Harry Armstrong was a great little test for me in a different way. Someone a bit boxery for a belt. Really good. So I've had experience under my belt as well.
What do you make of Alen Babic, the man, the fighter? He's entertaining. I think 11 of his wins, 12 wins are knockouts as well. He seems to be semi-critical of you just now in the fact that he was like, he's not at this like I'm going to show him he doesn't belong here sort of vibe.
I like Alen. I think he's a good fighter. Really exciting to watch. Good little uppercuts on the inside, good hooks, good brawler. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. And I'm a heavyweight and I can smash. And if I land on the chin of any man, it's not going to be good.
What's the difference between you and Alen Babic?
He's Croatian, I'm English. It's not much difference in that we've both got heart. I'm just bigger, faster, stronger. And we'll see the difference on July the 6th. And I'm sure the fans will be treated to a fantastic night of boxing no matter what happens.
For sure, it's such a cracking fight. Speak for all boxing fans when I say that. You just mentioned England, Croatia. Got the England top on as well. You're looking forward to the...
I don't actually have an England. I had an Italian 90 shirt. I don't know where it is, but I'm an England rugby fan first and foremost as well. But what an atmosphere it'll be. Imagine, I think there is a chance it could be England, Croatia on that day as well.
Is this the football?
Yeah, it could be the football. It could be England. I'm not sure, but I've heard it could be England, Croatia. But listen, that's all a sideshow. We've got the bat and ball in Stratford. Everyone's going to be meeting up there before and after. Exciting times for the Ball Army. It's going to be amazing, and that's a big thing for me as well. All the people in the background. I don't think about it during the fight, obviously, and in the build-up, but when you do pull yourself away after and you look back and you think you're giving people good day out, good night out. That's what it's all about as well.
100%, and part of boxing is being able to bring a crowd, bring whether it's pay-per-view sales or whatnot, and I'm sure you could be able to do that in the future. We saw at the weekend, unfortunately for Matchroom, the loss to Queensbury, but a great show nevertheless. What did you make of those two heavyweight fights?
Brilliant show. Hamza Shiraz, God, just before you mention anyone, I grew up boxing a bit with Hamza Shiraz when he was in the 5-star, and he was just unbelievable. I love Ammo Williams, boxed on a couple of cards with him, but he showed a huge level of class. And yeah, then I was obviously sparring Philip when he fought Dubois. Looked amazing during camp, amazing, among the best I've ever sparred, and something just didn't click on the night. It's probably due to Daniel Dubois being so good as well, and you can see the improvements in his game. He's moving his head nicely. He's throwing flurries. He got hit so many shots by Hrgovic in the first and second round. It just kept coming forward. So, got to give huge credit to that man. And then Zhang Wilder. Sad way to see Wilder go out. I think that'll be it for him now. But we can't forget what he's done, and I've seen a lot of good positive stuff about what Wilder's done and where he's come from, and always pleased for Zhang. He's such a nice bloke as well. I had a Chinese with him in Chinatown. Proper bloke. Even when he fought Joe Joyce, like, he's a nice fella, do you know what I mean? And I know I'm rooting for Joe all the time, but yeah, he'll be in big fights now again. After that loss to Parker, he's back in the mix.
I wonder if he ordered tofu, you'd be saying he's still a nice fella.
It's still nice, but yeah, not for me, big Zilly Zhang. Yeah, you can stick to the tofu. But no, we went in the Chinese and he was only eating skewered kebabs. He was very, very strict, you know. It's good. He's a proper man, old Zilly Zhang. And his managers, Tommy Lane, his brother, they're good guys as well.
Okay, just to end off on Joshua Dubois, that's the fight that people are lining up now, and it seems like it's very, very possible. Wembley Stadium, 89,000. Fancy a Johnny Fisher on the undercard, that would be nice.
When's that? September
24th, I believe. What do you make of that fight?
It's a great fight. I would favour Joshua in that fight. I think the winds is coming off and the form he's in, and the way Hrgovic was catching him with right hands, I think Joshua's right hand do a little bit more damage. But it's a great fight, and what a story. Daniel Dubois fighting again for the world title. He might even have the world title at that stage, I'm hearing, because Usyk might have to relinquish the IBF. Fantastic fight, and one I'd love to tune into.
How do you see that playing out?
I think Joshua would be the favourite. I think he could win, or maybe even stop him, but this is why we love heavyweights, man. Don't know what's going to happen. And Dubois, trust me, he's the hardest I've ever been punched by, ever. So he can seriously crack, and you won't want that on your chops.
Really looking forward to this fight with you, first of all. This is a huge fight, obviously a lot going on in the summer with England, the Euros, a lot for your fans to look forward to as well, so I appreciate your time.
No, thanks, mate. Really good to see you again, Joe.